Impossible. Unreachable. Classical.
Do you wear black much outside of for fun? Did you have a goth phase?
No. I'm like the least goth person
Neither am
ever.
I.
I've been told that, but I don't know. What is a true goth? I tend to crush on goth girls. I tend to collect goth girls. I like when they're kind of dark energy girls. But I've never, wearing all black, you had to for music, so it's like, why pursue that outside of it? As a full-time thing. Are you thinking about the spooky? Are you thinking about the death? Are you thinking, like, what's the goth part for you? You know, and I had to be like, I think I was like, I have to be happy all the time. I'm rainbow bright, you know, I'm sparkling, and, you know, that's kind of like my base layer, or so I thought.
So no, so you're not a goth.
So
I'm not a
no.
goth.
I don't identify as a goth.
But maybe
I
yeah,
have
maybe
many goth friends.
But maybe we've be scared away because we've been forced to wear tuxedos and black.
Or scared away because you gotta stay happy all the time when you're Mormon. You know, there's lots of reasons.
Okay, but
for me, I do look at that. I'm like, oh no, we have to. Jesus wants me for a son. Beam. You know, and it's the first song they teach you, and you're like, yeah, all of my light belongs to Jesus. I sparkle.
Yellow.
I'm happy. You know, and
bright
it's like
sundresses.
you're kind of bright sundresses. Yellow was my favorite color as a kid. Oh. I painted my bedroom yellow.
Yellow was your favorite? Oh, it was?
Yeah. I love yellow. I had a giant puffer coat that was bright yellow once. I looked like a freaking school bus.
That checks.
Yeah, right? You can see that. Yellow and green tended to be... I was not allowed to wear red because I had red hair, and my mother was like, redheads don't look good in red. So I wasn't allowed to wear it, ever.
Did you dye your hair recently?
No. It doesn't look red until it's long.
No, but I'm like, for some reason, I guess I don't remember it so dark.
It does look really dark, yeah.
Because I wasn't...
There are gray hairs in there, too. They're coming out.
Same.
Yeah, it's happening.
You can see mine, yeah.
It's just a couple on you.
And my nose, yeah, these are pretty consistent. I don't really touch them, but in my nose, I'll...
The nose. You pluck it?
No, I have a thing, but...
That zaps it or something?
But sometimes I'll I don't know, something will tickle and I'll just
Trim.
feel like taking a little poke. I mean, taking a little pull.
Older people that have it in their ears.
That's crazy. I don't know. How does it, is that...
It might be coming for you. I don't know.
Or like...
You don't seem like you have a ton of body hair, though. So
no.
maybe not you. Maybe it's
I'm
not
naturally this smooth.
You got that Asian smoothness.
Yeah, my booty is like this smooth.
Wow.
It's like
Advertise.
that. It's that smooth. I'm like, I'm
like
very...
a dolphin.
I'm quite hairless.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. And it's an age group in the gay world, like everyone's just aspiring to what they're not, you know? When they're lasering off all that hair, you know, and you're like, girl, you're a bear, just get into it.
Right, yeah, no, and I feel like those people definitely, I don't know, I feel like I've been around enough people that enjoy hair.
Yeah.
But
you
I
find
think,
that community. But
yeah.
It's funny with women and hair. What does it mean? Gender and hair, really?
Sure. Do you want to keep warm?
Yeah, do you?
Do you feel so feminine that you need to not keep warm at night?
So feminine? That you
Get
like
rid of
to
all
be
your
cold?
shit? Yeah. The feminine urge to shave everything off and be cold.
Yeah.
Just be cold and skinny.
Cold and skinny. I met a lot of trans girls like that. All they wanted to be was cold and skinny.
Cold and skinny, just so tight.
Oh. You do a wonderful duck face. Yeah, it's a straight cartoon. That's like this guy.
When I down.
Uh-huh.
What's your go-to look for black looks?
Okay. All right. You want to know? You want to know? Okay. For my orchestral look, I started adopting black suit, black shirt, black tie. And there's a very specific reason.
You look like a jazz cat.
You do look like a jazz cat. I looked slick as fuck.
You were a jazz cat.
Yeah, it was like, oh, you look better than all of us. Like that, the men would say that. They'd be like, I wish I was wearing that. Like the ones that had to wear the tuxedos, right? And
Coat snatch. No.
And, you know, it was like women in the orchestra world wear all black and whatever that looks like for them. They have a lot of freedom to choose what shape and what material and what, you know, they'll get guidelines on like
Fiber?
lengths. You know, or no yoga pants, you know, or stuff like that. But I've been in a lot of orchestras and then they'd have these like contract negotiations where it was like, they needed contract language to define what you're supposed to wear because they weren't providing the costume, right? They're just giving you guidelines for what you can wear on stage. And then I would often, as an androgynous person, find myself like as the person they were like, trying to defend their point, you know, they're like, they've usually like two different ways of thinking about it, and then they'd try and use me to make their point. And it was a very interesting time for me. But expressing the androgyny or just like appearing queer. So like if you look at the orchestra, and if I just wore a normal tuxedo, then I would just look like a man. I'm 6'3", I would just blend right in.
Yeah.
You would never know that there was a queer or a trans person on stage. But if I wore all black but a suit, so I really had the silhouette of a man, but I was clearly not in a tuxedo, then you're like, something's different. Okay. And you might clock it or you might not. But it's like there was this feeling that like there has to be one or the other. And it was like this really early like kind of like non-binary thing for me where I was like, I'm not.
Unclockable.
I'm just not, you know? So yeah, it was, but I looked so sharp that it was like this feeling of like, oh, that's what everybody should be looking like. But it was like, there was one conductor that was struggling to find the right language to communicate with the women in the orchestra about the quality. He wanted them to look fancy. He wanted them to look like dressed up for the ball. And a lot of musician frump is like, that's been in a bag at the back of the car for a week, and then you just roll up from gig to gig to gig, you pull it out. It's that frump, it's like, maybe it's wrinkled, maybe it's like, looks like it might be athleisure, maybe it's an old cardigan that is like pilly and washed out. I mean, you know, like the black that's not quite black anymore, you know, like that kind of stuff. And he was just like struggling. He's like, what should I do? And I was like,
just a
know.
cis woman look. They're like, how do we make these ladies look presentable?
Right. They were trying to make them look fancy, which is funny.
Calling them out.
Right, but like, or that life, especially if you're a freelance orchestral, you are not pulling enough cash to fund like a pretty wardrobe, right? And so then that's the contractual, right? Because it's like, okay, you want me to look cute, but like your paycheck doesn't make me cute. Your paycheck does not keep this looking the fantasy that you want to give. So you got to either pay up or give us a uniform or something like that.
And that's why he put
black. Pictures. I told him to put pictures.
A mood board.
Mood board. Yeah, it was like a mood board for the contract. I was like, if you want, otherwise you're going to be like fighting to like describe fabrics in contract legal language. I was like, ugh, I don't want to do that work.
Charmeuse, not Georgette. Silk poly charmeuse.
These were the issues, you know, and you go to the orchestra meetings and they're like, these are the issues. And they're like, JD over there. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Don't put me into this.
I just want to exist. That's
right.
You know, figure it out. Like, figure out how to feel good and look good too. You know, I don't know.
Figure it out how to feel good and look good too. Yeah.
They don't teach you that in music school.
Right?
Soft skills.
That's why we deserve to be put in blacks, because
I know.
We don't know how to dress.
Give the uniform. I have done gigs that were more toward television, and they did give you shirts, or they're like, you can use it on the gig if you want to buy it, and then you had to give your measurements.
Musician frump is real, I guess so.
It is. It's a whole world.
That's why we are coming out with a new all-black clothing line designated for...
Did you ever see those, though? Those brands do exist.
No, I know.
Like
I saw some.
Concert Black,
Concert Black.
And especially for, like, I feel like I haven't looked at those websites since I was like in college. Or making tuxedo cuts, but in athletic fabrics, so that they breathe, so that they stretch. You know, because that's the thing when you wear a blazer and you're trying to play the violin in a blazer. I mean, with all that shoulder movement and like, there's a structure to a blazer. Like, why are we?
I don't understand the structure. Yeah, right.
Why are you trying to have a structured shoulder and when all of the activity is right here? I mean, it makes no sense. And so the conductors, and you see like James Levine, like he had it tailored, so there's all this extra like wingspan fabric there. It's very funny. Ooh, conductor tuxedos. I remember one that came out on the stage and then it was hot pink lined. And so as he turned and the tails went whoosh and it was like hot pink and I was like,
yeah,
lost my mind.
I love that.
Yeah, so good. That is like
all they gotta. They're just a fashion show, right?
I know. To be the conductor in the diva world that it is. Yeah, it's such a diva job.
I didn't realize this. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, unpacking my black.
Unpacking
the black.
We were.
Did you ever like keep extra sets in lockers? I mean, at Radio City, like move.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. I bought 2 suits. Yeah, I bought 2 suits and like 6 shirts or something. And 2 bow ties in Korea City. You're like, you never did that.
I did 2 shirts and 1
pair of pants. 1 jacket.
1 pair of pants and 1 jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I had friends that were like, you need multiples. And I was like, okay, I believe you. But I never really had a proper tux shirt because that didn't seem to be the priority. But I think bow ties on regular collared shirts looks so stupid. But I did it. I like getting like the cufflinks and the special buttons for tuxedo shirts.
Extra.
Too much work. Way too much work.
Do you have an LBD?
What is that?
Little black dress?
Oh, no, I don't wear dresses in like performance anymore. I mean, I get it. Comfort-wise, you're like swimming in it. You know, it's the ultimate no pants game. I mean, and the women who find... Yeah. And they buy these kind of sack dresses is the ultimate. If you can get something that's sort of sack-like but also looks nice, that's like goals for an orchestral lady. Yeah, a little bit. Because you just want to feel free, you know, and comfortable, but also like look nice. That's
free.
Goals. Yeah, not every woman is into that. I mean, there's certainly...
I mean, I tried on something recently that was just like essentially just kind of like a slip dress. Where just like...
You did?
Just a piece, like just like a lot of tube of hugging material.
I don't know. Well, because I just grew to really... I prefer a men's dressing room, like a men's locker room to a women's. Socially, it's a lot easier to navigate, and so I prefer it. At that point, I feel like you have to choose clothing that fits in the men's room. Otherwise, they're going to look at you like, why are you here? Yeah. And I wish that for my trans sisters, you know, like because it's happening more and more. I'll go on gigs and then there's, you know, men or non-binary, like assigned male at birth, and they want to wear more feminine things. And I'm like, you know, if you want to try in the other locker room, like you should just like, because at the end of the day, it's kind of a social thing.
Sure.
It's like, who do you feel comfortable? I don't know. I feel like this is a world that not a lot of people have tried to like navigate, and it's very interesting what the little micro social things that it becomes a study of.
Yeah, you just have to learn a different dynamic.
Yeah, so that's mostly why I don't wear dresses at work, is because wearing a dress in a men's room feels kind of strange to me.
And that's the tea. Do you want a treat?
Yes.
Do you want a treat?
I want a treat. Give me a treat. All right, what you got, baby?
So...
What you got?
This is something you taught me.
I teach you new things?
You teach me things all the time. Cottage cheese and... You like kettle chips and cottage cheese. You like the basic cottage cheese. Large or small curd?
I'm a large curd girly.
Let's see what
Daisy, I've tried all of the like...
That's large curd, right?
Yeah, it definitely comes smaller.
I love small curd.
Yeah?
I don't know. I mean, I like both.
I don't want it too great. Like,
I don't care.
Finely... It's about the chunk of the curd, right? That's what we're talking about. So
yeah.
I have a lot of like opinions about this.
You could go on.
I could go on.
So who taught you this?
Oh, okay. my mom always had cottage cheese. We always had crackers. Usually it was a cottage cheese cracker thing. The chip thing, because kettle chips didn't exist when I was little. Chips were like Lay's. They're the kind that flake, and you're not going to get, they're not strong enough to dip. So I prefer kettle with this because they're thick. They're usually thicker.
Yeah,
Some brands are getting
scoopability.
thinner because they're getting, it's that thing where it's cheaper.
Scoopability.
Scoopability. It's unique because this stuff's heavy, right? This is like heavier than salsa, arguably. It's a little thicker than that.
And I just enjoy it because it's protein, and it gets...
Right. A lot of people are like, oh, I wish I liked cottage cheese because there's so much protein. This is 13 grams of protein per half cup. Easy. Easy. It's creamy. In Utah, we would mix in some ranch and sour cream on holidays.
I love that.
That's like a special occasion dip, but this is the easy pull up after school. You're hungry. Mom's got cottage cheese and crackers or chips in the house, and this is like what we ate. Oh yeah. So, ooh, cheers. What are these chips?
Wegmans. Not feeling that.
They taste burnt. That's so funny.
Maybe you got a burnt piece.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Like a burnt. Because you want
I think it's well salted. I think both.
You want salt and oil, like a good amount of salt and oil. Okay, that bite was better. Yeah, a lot of these. Look at that. That's burnt. This bag is burnt.
My dad loves burnt toast.
Really? That's the way he prefers it?
I mean, obviously there's like a slight threshold, but like relatively burnt.
Wow.
Carcinogenic.
What I love about Daisy, now I've tried all the ones since I moved to New York because most places there's like local dairy makers, right? So the brands that you'll be able to find will change. Obviously there's some globalization, but Daisy I'd never, living in Massachusetts, that wasn't a brand. What I like about it is that when you look at them, they look like little cubes. So you can really see the factory making of this. This is a factory product. And if somebody's like, oh, this organic cottage cheese, I'm like, gross.
I've never thought of it that way.
Oh yeah, you can see like
Now
the machine.
I can't unsee
The machine is chopping it into cubes. There's a sheet of it, and then it's being chopped, and you can see it.
Oh my god, I literally.
Yeah, it's very obvious how it's made, and I really like that. I don't know. I don't want it.
This is comforting. This is your.
Right, because at the end of the day, you were saying, well, what's the most basic thing about you? I think it's my love of this type of food. Like I like Jell-O, factory made things, like heavily processed food. Like that's mostly what I grew up on, and where I've gotten to know what vegetables are, and I've become like I go to farmers markets and I cook like elaborate stews and things that are like from scratch, and like I have this way of eating and cooking, but my foundation is more like this, and I think it's just, it like hits that
Simple things.
it hits that spot, and then I can just keep going with like, evolving all the other food I eat, but with like this particular snack just like hits that spot for me. Or I'm not fancy, I'm not from a fancy place, keeps me connected to my roots.
Simpler times Rick.
Yeah. In Utah, we'd be eating Western Family, or Weber Creamery.
Just another way to get down cottage cheese for me, because the cottage cheese trend was hard last year, and
There was a trend?
yeah, just like TikToks.
It was on trend? Was that on trend?
Yeah, like cottage cheese pancakes made with only like eggs and cottage cheese, and
Yeah,
like
I didn't figure that out.
I did something with like oat.
This bag, though, this is advanced. There's like a little zipper on it.
Yeah, Wegmans is fancy. I've never.
Oh, it's really fancy. I've never
They
seen
opened
that
up a
on
Wegmans in New York recently.
I've never seen that on a potato.
It's like a regional grocery store that's
Yeah.
pretty fancy, apparently.
You spilled all over you on the couch. From Dippin' Dots. You know how that's all texture? And a lot of people don't like cottage cheese because of the texture. That's like why they can't get it. They're like, ugh. So what, when we were living together on tour, is that when you learned about this? So when it started? And you were like, oh.
Because it's also a good travel food.
Yeah, you can find it anywhere. And I like this after a show, because like I don't want to eat a whole meal every time after a show. You made it.
I do, but
Yeah.
then this is after that.
If you didn't want the greasy potato chips, you could go with like a tortilla chip.
I've also done like pop chips, like salted pop chips.
But I just like the salty chip and the creamy dip. They balance each other well.
Bah!
Ooh, her buttons! I told you those buttons are popping. I told you.
Sorry,
they were popping.
titties are just
They are.
a little juicy today. I mean, that's why I added the suspenders recently because I don't know, they add a little bit of spice to the black, like, because this is.
So you're saying you always wear suspenders now in the pit?
Depending on my mood, sometimes I'll wear suspenders. Because how do I mix up like 8 shows a week wearing the same thing when all I have to wear is black?
Yeah. Do you need to mix it up? I love a uniform. I do.
No, sure. I mean, this is like, I have like 2 things.
Reuse, recycle.
I have black polos that I've been using.
The musician's frump guide. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Musicians frump.
Yeah, that's what my partner used to call what you'd see musicians wearing on stage. Like in a classical concert, and you're like, that does not look polished.
They just throw things on, and they.
Or like, how long has it been since you watched that tuxedo? I mean, that's a long running joke. That is a long. Everybody, you know.
That's ooh.
And they were ooh. The collar, particularly the violinist.
My white shirts. I'll look at my white shirts.
Oh, the collars. All of my collars have like these
embarrassing.
from the chin rest. They all have marks on them. And the dry cleaner's like, I don't know how to get that out. And I was like, it's fine. If you did, I would just put it there again. It doesn't matter. It's like, this is not the problem. I just need the smell. Can you please help me with the smell?
It's like kind of triggering wearing this clothes, like when you don't have to.
Yeah? Do you?
I don't know.
What does it make you feel?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just like, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, like it's time to go to work.
It's time to go to work, yeah.
It's like, am I
ready? Do I have all my reads?
Am I a cater waiter or am I playing for Broadway? Like, what do I come off as?
Yeah. How do I come off?
Because this is the cater waiter look more or less too.
Yeah.
Maybe not with the suspenders, but sometimes you can get with the vest. They had the vest. Oh yeah, wearing a black vest or like almost any kind of vest.
That throws you fully into the.
Like I feel like I'm a bartender.
Yeah, fully. Like who's wearing that? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like a shirt with a vest.
Other than.
I don't know why. It just like.
Yeah.
Like without a coat on.
Right.
Especially like you just like.
Service.
Yeah, service. It's giving service industry.
Yeah, it's giving service industry. Who are you serving tonight?
Yeah, but right, am I serving drinks and food, or am I serving
sound?
Serving.
She serves sound. Serving
sound.
Sonic
Slays.
Sonic slay.
Sonic.
Slay that sonic
serving
sound. Serve that sonic slay.
Sis. The 5 S's. Serve that sonic slay, sis.
There you go.
Someone's been doing that to me too. Where did you learn that?
I don't know.
I even did this once to someone too.
I mean, if you have nails, it actually will clack a teeny bit, and that's what's cute about it. I think it comes from like a culture of people who have big long nails.
Oh. Well, this was like a white girl doing it. So
if you have the nails, you can do it.
I think she was just clapping. But.
I know, I'm saying origins. We pass these things around. Culture, you know. Stiff jeans. Okay, so this is all out of Phil's closet. This is Phil's musician from, how long has this been
My
here?
pit black looks.
Do you know what caused this?
I've never even worn these, so.
Stain. Oh, really? These aren't yours?
I've never worn those. These are Eric's.
Oh, they're Eric's fans.
These are mine. I think I definitely washed these recently.
Yeah. This is cozy. I would be warm in a pit with this. That's the other thing. In a pit, you don't know what the temperature is going to be like. It could be freezing or way too hot. And the reasons why don't make sense.
It's for the actors. There's a lot of heat on stage.
There's a lot
and
of
the
people with a lot of
actors
needs
need-
and a lot of requests, and you might not get yours. In fact, you're a paid musician. You don't have.
I can't feel my fingers. I can
just-
food's frozen cold. The pitch is
Really?
sagging. You know, like
Yeah, it's all about the vests. I got like the thin, like down vest, because that is like your arms are still free, but you're getting a lot of warmth, and it's right there where you're going to maintain.
I saw someone at a show who I think might have had like the heat, like the Japanese style vests that like there's like a heater device and it blows hot air into your.
Yep. I've seen those too, and they were like.
And there's like the
this
AC
one's
version
clutch.
too.
Yeah, and there's like a heater built in, and you're like, or a fan or something.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, that high tech. You know, these are the type of luxuries, you know, like niche luxuries of this trade, you know, like if you have that.
I'm all stretched now. I can't go back to just plain denim anymore because too thick.
Denim on denim.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what it's like to wear just non-stretch pants at this point. It is the modern day. What use do we have for? I mean, other than I guess aesthetics, like
Right?
why?
Fashion.
I need to be comfortable in my pants.
Right. The athleisure industry that like exploded during the pandemic, especially. But yeah. And then they have to have it in contracts like no yoga pants to women, like orchestral contracts that like have to specify that is not considered dress clothes. Because it's like, I'm working. When would I not want to be in this? Like if it's the right fabric or leather pants at Radio City, can't do it. There's
Or sparkly shoes too sparkly.
yeah.
I think the New York Phil, like, their dress code is just like generic black now.
Really?
And non-gendered.
Everybody's in black. There's no tuxedos. I would love that for everyone.
I think it's because I think like you can wear
Tuxedos
whatever
is
as
so
long as
kitschy.
it's black.
They're so like such a throwback.
And all I've ever associated was like a band uniform. Like it's just a band uniform to me at this point in my life. So like the
Those
tuxedo
tails.
in itself is like so unglamorous, which is why I wanted to make any other. Well, ultimately I want to make like an 1890s style like very like tail like tux.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, just a very like classic, like the most like what is a white tie, kind of look that I could create in the most like modern but still classic sense.
I would love to see what you come up with.
That's like the magnum opus of like my sewing goals, I suppose.
Okay, all right.
Would be to make
It
like
all leads
to be like a like an 1890s tuxedo tails
1890s.
coat.
Yeah, and isn't that the epoch?
Yep,
Of the
the
classical
Belle
world.
Epoque.
Totally. And it's such a throwback. So it's like, to me, that always pointed the most to like the theater of going to a classical concert. Of course it's theater. We're dressed in costumes.
Right, it's
like
fancy.
when do you ever wear this? You don't. You're creating a theatrical experience. After I started playing musicals, I couldn't perform an orchestra concert without thinking about it. I couldn't. I'd be on stage and I'd be like, this is theater. Why are we doing this? This piece was written like, you know what I mean? And I was like,
So you think it should be more fancy or less fancy or?
I don't know, just call it what it is, cosplay.
Okay.
You know, rather than being like, this has anything to do with right now, like modern. It's not. It's like going to one of your balls. That's how I feel about it. And it's like, does that narrow the brand too much? And that's the whole problem with that concept. Costume, but it is costume. You're in costume. I always
Sure.
felt like I was in costume.
Okay, so you're
I put on
you're
my
like,
costume.
What's your drag today?
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
drag is anything. Your drag is musician realness.
Yeah.
And you want to
Violinist Barbie.
violinist Barbie that has to wear black or has to wear the band dress or has to wear. Because there's a uniform, and if you want to look like you. I know the look of if you want to be a high school band girl.
What does she wear?
There's a band dress. It's like, I think it's like an umpire line like dress. Maybe it's a little lower, and then like kind of like a not too flashy satin, and then I think like it's just like. I think the sleeve ends here. It's very like kind of close to the skin, and then just a very modest like
Long skirt.
skirt. Yeah, it's not much
Like
volume.
choir dresses?
Yeah, basically, I mean that was probably the same thing. I literally probably will find it if I
Did you
Google
sing
it.
in choir?
No,
That's one of my biggest regrets. I never sang in a choir in high
I did,
school.
but
I was occupied.
it's fun. Actually, I saw my freshman year of college. We were required to be in choir. In college,
Required to be in choir.
we were required to be in choir my freshman year, And so that was the first time I ever sung in like 4-part harmony choirs.
Ooh, no, that was a great thing about
very
being Mormon.
very
Mormons do it
satisfying.
every week. You sing in 4-part
Tasty.
harmony. I missed that immediately. I was like, oh, where's my singing time?
That, yeah.
My communal singing time. I liked it. Where is it?
Choral music loves suspensions.
They do.
Just hold that note till the very, like, a lot of barbershop quartets, all their pieces end with like, a sustained, a pedal, and then the chords are just nah, 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 nah. I don't know.
You got used to the formulas, you know about it. Yeah.
I mean, but it's very satisfying when like, right? You kind of get, especially when those harmonies are so good and it's like tingling
Tingling in your head.
and the harmony is very strong, especially like really cutting voices, and then you like, oh, bring me back to know where I want it to go. Oh, it's there. So satisfying.
Right where I wanted to go.
And I think the non-musicians also kind of identify that by those feelings.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I felt that cadence. I felt it.
So athleisure-wise, I feel like honestly
world.
that's all I want to wear nowadays.
Welcome.
My actually,
Yeah, I only see you in sweats and t-shirts.
do you have an apocalypse look?
No,
So
what is that?
so to me, like an apocalypse look is just kind of like if you needed to like leave right now, like what's like the most comfortable and like practical thing you would wear?
If you needed to leave, right?
I don't know, just
Yeah.
for whatever. That's why I like apocalypse. So, and for me, it would be my first thing would be my black sweatpants, like
And I'm like
puffy,
comfortable. I mean, like
pump. Yeah, I mean at
you
least
say apocalyptic, and I'm like, I have to be in
No,
survival mode.
no, okay.
I need my wool layer. I need a wet layer. I need a.
So first, so you're
that's what my brain did.
No, I get
was
it, no, I
like,
get it. Like,
Survival.
I get it. So how about like your first like just like a
Styled
comfortable,
like a zombie.
just
That's
like
what my brain did.
I mean
So
I would
fast.
athleisure is like the thing I would
And
I
you're
would
like sweatpants.
yeah no just like would be like the athleisure would just be like the thing that I would wear like live in like if I had to forever.
Yeah, forever.
Maybe,
Purgatory.
like a slightly tighter like
And a sweatshirt,
Black
a hoodie,
shirt.
a big cozy hoodie that says
Big
"Namaste
cozy.
in bed."
I don't need words, but you can
No, I just,
Yuma have those letters. You can have those words.
I don't know why that tickles me. Every time I see it, I'm just like,
No coffee, no talkie.
yeah, it's like that. It's like
Don't
the
drive me
effort-
crazy.
The effort. I know there's something like kind of annoying about them.
It's
but
so
not, like,
dumb.
It's so dumb. It's like annoying, amazing. I'm like never mad when I see a woman who's just like, yeah, with
Namaste.
Namaste in bed, like.
Like you got
your yoga.
She's like mic drop, but not.
It gets me every time. Okay, apocalypse.
Like what
No
would be your
words.
like just go out comfortable look? Don't worry about like just like if it was like 70 degrees, 75 degrees.
75. Okay, so no hoodies.
Just like your base layer.
What's your base layer? Yours would be a tank top for sure.
70's a little cold. I would definitely take a t-shirt.
You would take a t-shirt. Okay.
as much. I would have it probably.
Like any t-shirt?
I would probably
Are you
take.
telling me to pick a t-shirt?
Well, I guess I don't really wear label. I don't really wear a lot of words on my. So I tend to pick pretty neutral t-shirts.
Yeah.
But you are kind of the opposite.
Well, that's because Amy is always shopping all over the world in vintage spots all over the world. And so the things she finds are funny. And like I'm just it's like a game. She'll try and find every work
fun.
trip, she'll try and find something kind of funny and weird for me to wear. Like I'm a canvas, I'm a billboard, you know.
And that's kind of like what my stepmom.
When we're tall, you know, you
Yeah.
are a billboard a little bit, but anybody can be with a t-shirt, you know. It's just a funny game, and then I end up with funny stuff, and even with the Rockettes, she found these vintage pieces,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's.
and it was like, where did you get that? And I was like, listen, I am a very niche buyer, like.
It's a good skill to like be able to find like quirky gifts for people, especially t-shirts. Like
Sure,
my
yeah.
step grandmother, like
It's a fun genre.
she gave me that pickle shirt, that weird pickle shirt, like and then, like that's kind of why I like the mushroom shirt. And they're just
Iconic.
kind of like
you love
slightly
a little character.
like absurdist art, or just
yeah,
like,
absurdist art characters is like a thing of
but
yours.
just like bright and just like friendly and like
Right.
fun.
Right. You have to, I found that when I first transitioned and I was like, now you're a tall white man. And people weren't smiling at me, like, at all.
It's not serious, right?
And I was like, not used to that.
It's not about you.
I
It
was
was like just like
I was like, oh, I'm not the, how do I disarm people, you know? And so putting something on your t-shirt that's like cute or stupid or friendly, you know, like that can be a way of like disarming people when they're like, you know, they're like, what are you?
someone we know intentionally would wear like a happy like smiley t-shirt, like a Muppet t-shirt, big bright orange with a big smiley face to the airport to, you know, hopefully avoid some conflict, which I thought was a very good like social, you know, like strategy.
Yeah, you have to have a social strategy. And I think I never felt that more than when I was on tour. In the middle of Aladdin tour, I got Birkenstocks that they did a collaboration with a New York spot, something Olympic. Opening Ceremony is the name of it. Yeah, collaborated. And they were sparkly pink. And they were like a really good sparkle, like high quality. I wore the shit out of those on tour. And every demographic loved them. Men, women, old, young. You know, gay, straight, it didn't matter. Everybody thought they were fabulous. And it was a great conversation starter. But it was on my feet. But it was like Birkenstocks. I don't know. It was like, this is my gender. You know, because it was like lesbian, but also like glitter, you know, gay. So it was kind of all the things, and I felt very aligned with it. And it's funny how you can find items that like do that. They like hit something with you.
I think it just makes you, I think what I've learned with some like bright things, makes me happy just to wear it. I think someone I knew said like, I don't wear it because I think it makes me look hot, just because because I think it's fun. And so I think for me, like when I look at a color, I'm like, oh, this is fun. Even though I actually don't even necessarily think I like how I look in them sometimes. So, but like, I'm just like, oh, this is fun. And definitely wearing a lot of black in any, you know, gig that I've had in the past, like has made, like in the last few years has made me want to like not wear black, wear as little black as possible.
Outside of that, because you're like, oh
I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
like in my tank top, like I like my comfy black, you know, my black sweatpants. But, you know, and once in a while, I like avoid black t-shirts except for work as much as I can. Now I don't do it. I used to wear a lot of black in my choice, but now I have no desire.
Right. You develop this relationship to it, and it's like,
I've been in a tertiary color mode, I think it is.
Tertiary.
Teals and like pink magentas.
Okay.
I mean, you notice on tours when I
space. I live in that space.
But I don't think either of those. I don't think teal looks really good on me, and pink is kind of hit or miss here. I don't think they look good on me, but
really?
I do enjoy how it looks. But I also got a lot of like compliments and like you know, acknowledgments for my pink, my purple fuzzy
shoes.
Allbirds. Yeah,
your shoes.
Or my teal shoes, and I
Those
forget
are very
how.
Muppet. Yeah, they give Muppet. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of, I want to look like I want to have very minimalist like feet, like I want to look like a me, like one of those characters. I don't like a lot of detail on shoes.
Okay.
To me, it's just like that aesthetically. It
Big
doesn't.
shapes only.
Yeah, just like just like very like
Sure.
Minecraft, like just like a bot. Yeah, or like it could have like a cute shape, but
yeah, no, it's all about the shape.
Because
silhouette,
and which is why I don't like tennis shoes, like because there's all these lines and like all these random colors.
And you design them, and it's like they have to come up with new designs all the time, and they're like the designer is trying too hard.
Yeah, it's just like why? I mean, I feel like that was obviously like a tradition, but like I just want to take everything away, and that's why I wear Allbirds.
Take everything.
Not sponsored. I love Allbirds. I have a lot of pairs of Allbirds because they're just the most minimal. I have like just like blocks of color.
Yeah.
And what I really hate is like white soled things. I don't like white sole with like whatever. It could like it's just like a shoe. It could be like a fun shoe and then just like white sole thick. I don't need like.
Why do you hate it?
It's not a part of the. It's. I mean, it is a certain aesthetic, I suppose.
Like a Chuck Taylor. How they do that?
But even like some Allbirds have like this like. But I want the same color. Like I want a teal sole with my teal shoe.
Okay.
So I want the whole color.
You got it. You got it.
And I did get it.
That. Yes.
And so.
Yeah. Who needs it?
Just a random thought of
right.
things I don't need.
Shoes in the pit. There was one time where someone complained about that somebody took their shoes off in the pit.
And?
You have to wonder about it. Yeah, you're sharing very personal space with people.
Which is why they don't teach you to like no perfume in
that's very common.
Concerts.
Yeah. In conservatory there was a hallway where there was a sign about no perfume. It's like in the humanities.
When you're like,
hallway. One of the professors or something was apparently allergic. But that's very common. I was performing an orchestra concert and they had a giant thing of lilies on the stage, I had to move it. That stuff makes me sneeze so bad.